Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, what's your feeling today?
I feel great today.
So, how about your translating subject?
It's getting
Yeah.
better.
Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin. Wahdahu wassalatu wassalamu ala asrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in amma ba'du. Praise of all, thanks to God Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, who give us mercy and blessing, so we can meet together here in virtual meeting. Secondly, salawat and salam to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who was brought us from the darkness to the brightness. What we say, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. Honorable, our lecturer, Ma'am Dr. Hajjah Wardiah Peritawati Kembaran MPhil, and hello my friends. Okay guys, our material today is about translating novels. Do you still remember what is translating novels? Yes, translating novel is taking novel from source language to target language. Before we begin to our explanation today, let's get introduced my book.
I don't give a fuck about you anyways. Whoever said I give a shit about you. You never share your toys or communicate. I guess I'm just a play date to you. Ring around Rosie.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, what you feeling today? I hope all of you well and stay healthy. Okay, I'm Wiska Putri Limbong as first speaker from group 10. I wanna explain to you about the problem of literary translation. I hope my explanation can be understood and stay tuned. Okay, the first one is the problem of literary translation, especially about the structure. Anna Kuisner, in her book about literary style, makes several important points about translation. She believes that translators should not work with general doctrine when determining what to maintain or valor in the SL text, but should work with attention to each individual structure, whether it be prose or verse. So both of these structure deserve attention in translation. Many translators fail to understand that literary text is made up of complex sets of systems existing in dialectical relationship with other sets outside its boundaries, and often let them to focus on particular aspect of a text at the expense of others. Development determine four essential positions of the addressee. The first one is the reader focus on the content as matter. I pick out of prose argument or poetic purpose. The second one is the reader understand the structural complexity of a work and the way the various levels interact. I think enough for my explanation. Two more points will be explained by second speaker. Thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you to our friend Wiska Putri Limbong for explanation. And now for the second speaker, it's time for you to explain your material. Time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Ainun. I want to explain my material about the first problems of literary translation. The first, I want to explain about problems of literary translation. The problems of literary translation, the number 3, I want to explain where the reader deliberately explains in one level of the word for a specific purpose, and the part where the reader discovers element no basic to Genesis text and use text for his own purpose. So, the the purpose of translation, the position 3 and 4 might be tenable in certain circumstances. And the second, I want to explain about translating prose. Literary translating prose transfer a story written in one language into another language. In the way, studied translation seeks convey qualities of original text. Translation is not only changing about short language to target language. It is not only writing his own thinking. How best it is to be right only. Others' understanding about translation is, and what should the procedure of translation? A translator should that translation is complex. There are processes which contains advanced element. I think enough for my explanation of my material.
Thank you, Nur Ainun, for explanation. Now, we will going to the third speaker, Fernanda Anisah. Time is
Right guys, welcome back to our channel with me Nada Anisah, the third speaker, and our topic explanation to you about the translating prose. So guys, I want to tell you about our topic is translating prose. So before it, my friends was tell you about meaning of translating prose, and now I want to tell you about the exercise designed to discover how translation is approached. What's that? And the first one is translate the opening paragraph of each novel and translation, then check in a group discussion. It means you should have a group discussion for check again your translate of novel like that. And the second one is often translate that text that has not been read before or that has been read only once before. And the third, open search language text and start over without considering how to open and relate to the structure of the book as a whole. Okay, and the next guys is problem in translating the prose. Guys, when you translate the text, you will find some problems, right? What's that? So the first one is region translation errors. According to Newmark, translation errors can be sieved into two types, guys. The first one is referential errors and linguistic errors. Referential errors are errors in translating the meaning of inferences, the source language text that refer to the fact and content of the preposition, and the translation lack of knowledge of certain areas related to the search language text like that. And the second type of errors is linguistic errors, which include errors in translating words, phrase, clause, and sentence. Errors in translating idiom forms and collections, as well as errors in translating pronouns. And the second problem, guys, is sub-interpretations of the original text. It means explain the purpose of a text both written and oral from original text. And the last problem is a superficial interpretation of the intentional correlative relationship. It means interpreting the relationship between the correlative of two intentional sentences. Okay, alright guys, that's all my topic about the translating prose and problems in translating text. And I hope you get the point and understanding what I say and what I explanation in this video. And if you
have a question or suggest, maybe you can put here. And don't forget to subscribe this channel. If you subscribe this channel, Ma'am Farida will give you score or point. Okay, I'm Nada Anisah as the third speaker. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the third speaker. Now, the last material will be delivered by me. Talking about translating novels, there are some alternative solutions of translating novels. The following are what some experts under research purpose. So guys, Haley Bilek said there are 6 general rules of translating prose or novel. So this means the translator should refer to the first. The translator should not put on word by word or sentence by sentence, but should always block out her word. By block out, the translator should consider the word as an integral unit and translate in the section. Asking himself before each what the whole sense he has to render. The second, the translator should render idiom by idiom, and idiom of their nature demands of translator into another form than the original. The third, the translator must render intention by intention, bearing in mind that the intention of a phrase in one language may be less emphatic than the form of the phrase, or maybe be more emphatic. And the fourth is the translator warns against less vague aims, those words or structure that may appear to correspond in the both source language and the target language, but actually do not. Example, demander to act translated wrongly as to demand. And the five is the translator is advised to transmute broadly, and it is suggested that the essence of the translating is the translator recognition of the alien things in a native body. And the last is the translator should never embellish. Besides keeping in the applicable of practical rules of guidance of the translating a novels, in order to produce a good translator products, the translator should pay attention. It is to essence of the translator process itself, and a translator should understand the philosophy of translation. He or she should follow the cycle of the translating process simulation. He or she took the step of from the typical cycle as a natural model runs in translation process. This cycle puts the three parts. First is author, the second is translator, and the last reader is simulation cycle. The author of novel is the source of information that should be known by the translator, because the author of novel has will the purpose stated in the novel. His or he will be purpose are the from the of message. The novel, the message itself broadly, the message can be the form of word, phrase, sentence, paragraph, and text. The message itself has both connotative and denotative meaning. It is a must for translator to understand, to know, and to recognize at will before they produce the message in the target language. Okay guys, that's all for me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, the conclusion in our material is, in order to avoid some problem, and get the appropriate solution in translating novel, even to produce a high quality of novel translation. Translators should keep a mastering of the source language and target language, of course, about the culture. They must follow the applicable rules and the natural and simulation cycle of translating a novels. Okay guys, that's all our explanation today. Thank you for attention. Thank you for watching. I hope you understand about our material and provide benefits to all of us. Thank you for the time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to always take care of our health. Keep distance, wash your hands, and wear masks. And hope we always protect from the virus disease, and we can meet again in our university. See you, bye bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.